Olympics collision, Titanic was forced to surrender her place in dry dock in order for her sister ship to be repaired. Titanic even donated her starboard propeller shaft to the cause. Reluctantly, Lord Pirrie pushed the date of Titanic's maiden voyage to April 1912. A fatal decision. Because of the spring melt, the iceberg would lie directly in her path. Titanic's voyage to New York was now only weeks away.
Keep it coming! Good man! Just drop it in there!
When Titanic returned to her place in dry dock, the final push was on. Even the news schedule would be tight.
Live along there, would you?
Every worker was anxious to be chosen for the guarantee group.
You're lying. I am not. Maybe we'll both get to go to New York.
After 5 long years, Titanic was almost complete.
Here.
Every worker in the yard hoped to be on board when she sailed. Except Tommy Miller.
Mr. Miller.
It was about the guarantee group. I still haven't heard anything.
Oh, that's all right.
Aye, but the thing is, if you're chosen, you'll not be going with me.
What? You mean you've heard you're not going?
No. I'm giving this job up. Taking a job as a deckhand with a White Star Line.
Oh. Good luck.
Bye. Thanks.
William Pirrie had returned to London, where Titanic had been conceived 5 years earlier.
Uncle William.
Thomas, thank you for coming over.
It's the best thing, until things settle down in Belfast, and you're able to return.
There'll be no return. I've done with Belfast.
You're not saying you've done with shipbuilding.
There must be more to life than building ships, Tommy. But I'm gonna need you to run the Belfast shipyard for me from now on.
Uncle
no
William.
arguments.
Why?
My health. A small tumor. My doctor insists I must have an operation.
But you will recover.
I want you to take my place on Titanic. Ismay is going too. Between the two of you, you can decide if this whole enterprise was worth it. I'm not sure if I know anymore.
Early April 1912, and Titanic was now ready to leave the Harland and Wolff shipyard to face her final test, her sea trials.
Signal tabs to releases. Release tabs.
5 years of endeavor for one moment to prove herself.
Stop the engines. Away we go, boys.
Steam from the boilers drove the main engines at a pressure of over 200 pounds per square inch.
Gentlemen, Titanic is underway.
With her massive turbine engaging the central propeller, Titanic was brought up to cruising speed. There had been last-minute changes, more first-class staterooms and private promenades. They'd made her heavier, 1,000 tons heavier than Olympic. At over 46,000 tons, Titanic was now the largest ship in the world. Her sea trials were far from a formality. Francis Carruthers from the Board of Trade was on the bridge. In 3 years of construction, he'd inspected Titanic nearly 2,000 times. It would fall to Carruthers to sign off on Titanic's safety certificate. But first, on an April day in the Irish Sea, Titanic would be put to the crucial test. From full speed ahead, 21 knots. How quickly could she stop?
Full speed astern.
Full speed astern.
As the great ship slowed, all the hopes and dreams of those who built Titanic were riding along with her. Anxious moments as her engines reversed and the world's largest liner, in effect, slammed on the brakes.
Well, Mr. Carruthers.
850 yards. Well done. That's quite acceptable.
Excellent. Excellent.
She stopped in less than half a mile, less than 3 times her own length. Her passenger certificate was endorsed. Good for 1 year. Titanic was free to take on the world. And 2 old friends discovered fate would make them shipmates aboard Titanic's maiden voyage.
Mr. Miller! Oh, thanks.
2 months earlier, Thomas Miller had left the shipyard, but Titanic was short of crew. He was back on the ship he helped to build.
Hey, there.
How come you were?
Only my second job as a deckhand to New York on Titanic. And they were short-handed. My good luck.
Well, isn't that the best news?
And you're going too.
Aye.
So we'll be seeing plenty more of each other.
Well, well, that.
Here, Alfie. Can I buy you some apple pie in New York?
In the fading light on a spring day in Belfast, Titanic prepared to leave her birthplace for the last time. Thomas Andrews gathered his prized guarantee group, the lucky few chosen to make the maiden voyage. 8 trusted men, among them Roderick Chisholm, Artie Frost,
Look after your mommy for me.
Alfie Cunningham. That Tommy Miller was also among them must have seemed at the time a happy accident.
A penny each. Now this year's. Don't spend them till I come back. We'll be even richer then. All right.
Artie Frost, we know, was assured a promotion upon his return. And young Alfie's hard work had also paid off. The shipyard named him Apprentice of the Year. His future, too, seemed secure.
Mr. Welch. Goodbye.
And good luck.
They boarded Titanic with hope, pride, and expectation.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
12 days later, on the night of April 14th, 1912, Titanic, the largest ship ever put to sea, met her iceberg, shaped by nature 6 times her size.